As your Water Watch station, we want to help you and your family stay safe around water this summer and really every summer, really throughout the year. Peoria firefighter and medic Brady Casson is here to talk water safety. Always great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You know, it's such an unfortunate subject that bears repeating because it seems to happen every single year. Sadly, one drowning is already too much. And so let's go over once again and remind folks the A, B, C, and D of water safety.
Yeah, so the A is the active adult supervision. So we encourage all the adults, parents, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, whoever it may be, to have a competent and sober individual watching over those kids in the water at all times. Make it fun, make it a game, let the kids choose who the water watcher is, get yourself a water watcher sign, make it fun, do what you can to make it engaging for the adults, but it's super important to always have active adult supervision. Then the B stands for barriers, and that's one of the preventative measures. So making sure you have a pool fence, a locking gate that the kids can't get in or through so that nobody has access to that pool unless they have that active adult supervision. This can include doggy doors, backsliding doors, access to the backyard.
People forget about those doggy doors.
Yeah, and kids are pretty clever. I think any of us with kids know sometimes they can get into some mischievous situations. So checking those doggy doors as well. And then the C is for classes, and that's kind of two parts. The one class is swim lessons, teaching kids to be safe and competent around water so that if they end up in the water accidentally or if they're in there intentionally playing, that they have the skills they need to stay safe and get to the wall if they have any distress. And then if all of those prevention measures don't work, that other part of the C is CPR classes. So encouraging any adults that may have an opportunity to be watching kids around water to take a CPR class or at least be informed about it. You don't have to have a certification, but in the event something happens, you can jump in and start that CPR so that when the first responders get here, the blood and the oxygen's already been circulating. It increases the first responders' chance of success and ultimately the patient's chance of survival.
And now there's a D that we don't hear a whole lot about, but it's so important.
Right. So the D that they're starting to incorporate for these ABCs is for devices. So having Coast Guard approved and size appropriate life jackets, especially when you're in open bodies of waters. I know in pools people don't often think about it, especially if you're at the lake or the river, or if you're in the pool and you don't have the strongest swimmer, making sure they have a Coast Guard approved life jacket that fits, that can help support them. Doesn't mean you can turn your back on them and take your eye off of them, but it just gives you an extra measure of protection.
Yeah, and we talk about backyard pools a lot, but you talk about those devices, the life jacket. We just had a drowning, sadly, a deadly drowning that happened last Sunday when a 17-year-old drowned in a lake paddleboarding. And again, people don't think, oh, okay, I think I'm okay, adequate swimmer, right? But you just don't know, especially in large bodies of water.
Right. And sometimes people don't think it isn't always a poor swimmer that causes it. It could be a medical event that leads you to a position where you're not able to swim, and those life jackets will help keep you above the water so that you're able to keep getting oxygen until someone's able to pull you out of that water. So even if you are a strong swimmer and you're an adult, if you're in those open bodies of water, wear the life jacket, take the time, put it on. You hope you never need it, but in the event that you do, it really can make a difference.
Always great to have you, Brady. Thank you so much.
Thank
Good
you.
advice. Troy.
Yeah.